可愛すぎるんだけど。
It's getting hard to leave your apartment. The light goes too often and your power's down. It's getting dark and warmth isn't promised, but I'll like you longest when love's not around. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna hold you to me when practicing caution, and I haven't often changed all my plans. But you just come over and I watch you sit there and offer to hold me to you when I cry. I've learned to love better since I've seen you listen. I'm gonna spend the night home by I've spent the year counting miles.
にゃんちゃん来たの？おいで、にゃんちゃん、にゃんにゃん。
古虫。
好像也在那边发现了，我头上这梁柱啊，其实左右两边是共用的，我们是一间3列。
5号。
ただきます。オープン。あ、すごい。いただきます。
'Cause I know that I'm more than my body. I'm more than my mind. Hey, you're
courage to ask a question like that.
Lieutenant, your favorite jeans. I'm listening, but I feel weak. New jewelry smiling through my teeth. How do I know if you still love me?
silent